Hi guys, welcome to Nirmal's Code Tech, and today we are going to see the problem in Geek for Geek is an print bracket number. In this problem, they have given a string str and our task is to find the bracket numbers. The bracket numbers are counted by finding out the open bracket and the closed bracket. Okay, for example, if you see in this problem, the first is an open bracket. We are going to make the count as 1, and next is another open bracket. In that case, we are going to make our count as 2. Then we are going to get a closed bracket. This closed bracket is for which bracket? For our second bracket. So for that case, I'm going to add the value as 2. There is no problem in that. After that, I am also next bracket is a closed bracket. In that case, my previous bracket is what? 1. That will be added here, and my next bracket is an open bracket. So value will be get counted from 2 to 3. In that case, I will add just 3. And then last is an closed bracket. In that case, I will add 3. Okay, that's it. These are nothing but this 2 is nothing but this 1 2 is for open bracket and another 2 is for closed bracket. That's it. Once you have written as 2 and 2, it means that that particular pair of brackets have been completed. You can't able to add another 2 in anywhere else. That's it. Okay, that's the problem is going to work on. I'll tell you by using both logic and coding simultaneously, so it will be easy for you to understand. So first, what I'm going to do is here. My first in this problem, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use both stack and map. And for returning the values of 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, I'm going to use array list. The reason here is the return data type is of array list. Okay, first I'm going to write array list of integer ar is equal to new array list. After this, I've said that I'm going to use map and stack. Okay, I'll tell you the reason for using map. So reason for using map is that I'm going to keep track of each and every values that I am going to be add in my list. For that case, I'm going to use map. Okay. And for using stack is that, so whenever my top value of the stack is open parenthesis, and the next character that I'm going to get is a closed bracket. In that case, what I need to do? I need to remove from the stack. I get a pair, open bracket and closed bracket. When I'm going to get that pair, in that case, I need to remove from the stack. For that case, I'm going to use stack in my problem. So let me declare a stack of data type character. The reason here is I'm going to store character here. Parenthesis, open bracket and closed bracket. It's of data type character. So use character t is equal to new stack of. After this, I'm going to use map of. I'm going to use what I said. I'm going to based on the values. I'm going to keep track in my list whether I need to add it or whether I need to remove the particular value. So for that case, I'm going to use map of integer comma character of hmp equal to new hash map. Okay, there is no problem with that. Now going to check for the string. I'm going to take my own string. This is not then given, this not in your example. Okay, I'm going to use this string as my example. I'm going to explain the problem. Now the first character is an open bracket. In that case, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add in my key. Okay, I'm going to add in my key. I have added my key. So my key, so okay, I'll tell you initially. The first character is an open bracket. There is no problem in that. In that case, initially my key value will be what? 1. Okay, for that key value is going to be tracked by using this x variable. Okay, now if my key is 1, in that case, I'm going to add my open bracket. I have added my open bracket. There is no problem in that. So for that case, when int I equal to 0, I is less than str dot length I plus plus. I'm not going to check whether my stack is empty or not. We know our stack is empty. When the stack is empty, I'm not going to add something in bracket or anything else. So just we move on to the problem by just by checking the characters. Now str dot character type equal to open bracket is an open bracket. No problem. When I'm going to get an open bracket, I'm going to add the character in my map. Going to add the character what x. The x is my variable. I'm going to keep track of these characters. So for that, going to use x as my key value. For this key, the value is what? This open bracket. Now I have added in my map. After that, what I need to do? I need to add in my stack. Initially, my stack is empty, but I got an open bracket. For that case, I need to add in my stack. Okay, there is no problem in that. Let me write the code here. st dot push open bracket. Okay, there is no problem in that. Now I did not declare the variable x. Initially my x will be what? 1. Okay, there is no problem in that. I'll tell you what's the reason for declaring y in my next part. Now what I'm going to do is that after adding the value in my map and after adding in my stack, I need to increment the value of x for my next open bracket. For that case, I'm going to do x plus plus. That's it. After that, I'm going to check for the next character is what. So no open bracket. Okay, what I need to do? I need to add in my map. I'm going to add in my map and their value is open bracket. In my stack, I'm going to top of the stack, I'm going to add open bracket. Okay, there is no problem in that. Now my x value will be incremented from, so it should be 2. Now it will get incremented from 2 to 3. Okay, I did not increment the value of x from 1 to 2. That's why I have incremented to 3 now. Okay. So initially my x will be 1 here. When it moves on to the next part, it will be 2. Now it's going to incremented to 3. The reason for that is I'm going to check for the next character. So for that I'm going to increment to 3. There is no problem with that. Okay. Now what I'm going to get is for the next character is I'm going to get a closed bracket. I get a closed bracket. What does it mean? I am going to remove from my map and then I'm going to remove from the stack. Reason here is when I'm going to get an open bracket in my top of the stack is open bracket and my character is in closed bracket. In that case, I need to remove from the stack. For that case, let me declare in condition else if str dot character I is equal to closed bracket. What does it mean? I got an pair. If I got an closed bracket, it means that I got an pair. I need to remove from the stack and map. Now what I'm going to do is that before removing from the map, I need to check whether the particular value, whether this particular key value is present in the map or not. I need to keep track of that also. For that case, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to track the value by using the variable y. So let me declare a variable y. So let me keep it as 1. There is no problem with that. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make my y is equal to x is going to store in y. Okay. Now what will happen? In my value x, I have the value what? 2. Reason here is after after this part only I'm going to increment the value of x. Okay. But before this, what will be the value of y? It will be 2. Am I right or wrong? So that's why I'm going to make it as 2 here. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove st dot pop. That's it. What I'm going to do. I have to remove this part. I have removed it. There is no problem in that. So initially it was 1 and it got incremented to. Now I got the value what? 2. There is no problem in that. Here I need to add here dot add x. Okay. I did not add it here. Okay. Now there is no problem in that. Initially, when I am going to push the open bracket, I need to add 1 here. Then the next part will be what? 2. Okay, there is no problem in that. When I'm going to pop out from the stack, in that case also I need to add it. So for that case, I'm going to add. So before adding this 2 in your array list, you need to check one condition. What is that? Whether the particular key 2 is present in the map or not. That is very much more important. So for that case, I'm going to use well hmp dot contains key of what? Y. My y will be what? 2. There is no problem in that. Or else let me make it as true. Okay. So if I put true, then it will be easy for me to make the program. So if hmp dot contains key of y, if hmp dot contains key of y, if hmp dot contains the key 2, in that case, what I'm going to do? I'm going to add the value y. So after adding y, I will in my array list the value 2 will be gets added. After that, what I need to do? I need to increment the value by 1. What's the reason? I'll tell you. See, I have added in my list and I'm also going to remove the key from the map. After removing key from the map, what I need to do? I'm going to decrement the value by 1. What's the reason? See, already I have got the key 2 and there I also got the pair for the key 2. Then I said that I'm going to remove from the map. Okay, there is no problem in that. Then what's the reason for decrementing? See, I got the pair 2. Then my next pair that I need to get is what? 1. For that case, I'm going to decrement the value of the y by 1. So that's why I'm going to decrement it as y minus minus. Okay, there is no problem in that. Okay, I'll tell you another condition. Suppose if this was not my condition, if I did not get the key, in that case, what I need to do? I need to decrement the value by y minus minus. Okay, suppose if the value 2 is not present in my map, in that case, what I need to do? I need to decrement the value by 1. For that case, I'm going to use y minus minus. Okay, suppose if I got the value key, in that case, I have said that I'm going to decrement it here. Suppose I did not get the key, what I need to do? In that case, I need to decrement here. So for that purpose, directly I'm going to decrement in my else part. Okay, there is no problem in that. Now I have removed the key and then I also removed the open bracket from my stack. Okay, st.pop. After this, what I need to do is that suppose if I got the key, I got the key here. After over the key, I need to remove from that. I need to terminate from this loop. After I get terminated, still my y value will be what? 2. Am I right or wrong? Still my y will be what? 2. For that case, I need to check for the next decremented key value pair. For that, I need to decrement the value of y by 1, y minus minus. Okay, there is no problem with that. Now, what I'm going to do is that the next value I'm going to get here is an open bracket. In that case, I am going to add in my map. So when I add in my map, I'm going to get the value as 3. See, I have the value x equal to 3. Now I'm going to add it as open bracket. After this, I need to add in my stack. Okay, there is no problem in that. After adding in my stack, I need to add my list. So my list will become 3. After that, I need to make the value of x. X is what? 3. I'm going to store in y and I'm going to increment the value of x by 1. I'll get it as 4. Okay, there is no problem in that. After that, what I need to do? I'm going to check it for the next character. It is an open bracket. In that case, I need to add in my map. Now my value of key will be what? 4. Now this is an open bracket. After adding this, the after adding in my stack, I need to add in my stack also. Okay, I have added my stack. Then I need to add in my list. In my list, the value will be what? 4. There is no problem in that. And then I need to store the value of x in my y. X is what? 4. Get stored in y. And then my value of x should be incremented by 1. I'll get it as 5. Okay, there is no problem in that. After that, what I'm going to get? I'm going to get an closed bracket. When I get closed bracket, what I said, I need to check the top of the element is an open bracket or not. Yes, it's an open bracket. Right or wrong? Right. I need to pop it out from here. Just I need to pop it out. After popping out, what I need to do? I need to remove this key. I need to remove this key. So before removing the key, I need to check whether the particular key is present or not. So for that case, now my y is what? Equal to 4. XMP dot contains key of 4. Yes, it contains. Then add in the list. Okay, there is no problem. Now I'm going to remove the key from the map. Remove it. After this, I need to break. I'm going to come out from the loop. So still my value of y is what? 4. But I have already added my list. But my next value, I need to check it for 3. For that case, I'm going to decrement the value of y by 1. I'm going to get it as 3. Okay, that's it. After this, I'm going to check for the next character is what? Open bracket. Open bracket, add the value as 5, and then it's an open bracket, add the value as open bracket. Next, I need to add it also in my stack. Okay, I have added in my stack. After this, what I need to do? I need to add in my list. My list will be 5. After this, what I'm going to do? I'm going to add the value of x in my y. Okay, this is 5. Add the value of x in my y. Now x will be, y will be 5. After that, my x value will be incremented by 1. So it is going to get it as 6. Okay, this condition. Now after that, I'm going to get a closed bracket. If I got closed bracket, I need to check the top value is an open bracket. Yes, then remove from that. After that, I need to check whether the key 5 is present in my map or not. Yes, it's present. Then remove here. Remove it. That's it. After that, I'm going to check whether after removing, I need to add in my map. I have added in my map, no problem. Then come out of the loop. And said that I have added the value 5 in my list. Then I need to check for the next condition. The next previous value is what? 4. But I have already checked the value 4. See, here's the main problem. You have already added the value 5. No problem. Now, after that, what you are going to do? You are going to decrement the value of y by 1. You will get the, when you decrement the value of y by 1, you will get what? 4. That is no problem. But already you have added in your list. You have already added in your list. In that case, so that's the reason I am going to decrement the value of y here. So that's why I'm going to decrement the value of y in my else part. Suppose I did not get the key. If the HFP dot contains key of y, in this case, if I did not get the key 4, in that case, what I need to do? I need to decrement the value by 1 and then check for the next key value. That's what 3. In that case, what I'll do? I'm going to remove the value key from my map. So that's the reason I have been utilized else part here. So if I did not get the key, then move on to the next decremented part. In that case, if I did not get the key, then move on to the next decremented part. So same thing will be moves on up to the condition that I get the key. Okay, surely there will be a key will be present in the map. Okay, there is no problem in that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to return to you or return AR. Okay. So when I get this condition, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to check whether HMP dot contains key of 5. So key of 4. No. Then decrement the value of y by 1. You will get what? 3. Whether HMP dot contains key 3. Yes. Then add it in your list and then remove from your map. Okay. Then break from the loop. After you break from the loop, you'll get the value of y is getting decremented by 1. So my y value is what? It is in 3. After you decrement by 1, you'll get what? You'll get the value as 2. Okay, that is no problem. After the next character is what? That's it. It comes out of the for loop. There is no character present after this closed bracket. So I'm going to come out of the for loop. I'm going to return my value AR. So that's it. So that's the problem is running on. Okay, let's we submit and see, compile and see. Okay, I got the right output 122 133. Okay, let me check for this condition. Open bracket, open bracket. Okay, open bracket, closed bracket, open, close. So let me run and see. Yes, I got the right output 122 3 4 4 5 5 3. Okay, let me submit now. Yes, the disk case got passed. Okay, so this is how the problem is running. So you can also use your different approach. Just like by you can able to use only by using stack, you can also able to solve this problem. But for me, I got an idea that if you use map, what will happen and how you can able to track the condition and how we can able to solve it. So based on that, I solve this problem. So it will be yes, it is difficult to understand. I can know it. Okay, okay. Let me see in our next video. Bye.